Hey everyone, my name is Kim Smith, and my video I'm making today for my online culinary class 142 with Chef Potts. To begin, I want to talk a little bit about the energy that we use to change foods. Heat energy occurs when light waves are spread into our food. We need the change for flavor. We need that change, of course, to make the food safe. Also, a system with a little or no energy is not going to change your food at all. It's not going to cook it. It's not going to change it. So you need a lot of energy. There's several ways we can do it. Heat is just a manifestation of kinetic energy. So we can take our energy from various sources. We can use ovens. We can use stove tops with a different type of utensils. So there's a myriad of items that we can use. Today, what I would like to talk about is how we cook a perfect steak, how we do some wonderful vegetables that are delicious on their own without adding too many flavors. We are also going to do a starch of potatoes, and to top it off and give it that lovely, beautiful ending will be a cream sauce with mushrooms and cream. Okay, as for making the steaks today, I just washed my hands so I make sure that I'm not transferring bacteria to the steak. The steak is a raw object. It doesn't take a lot to cook it, but because that is a 1-inch steak, what I'd like to do is do a double cook method. First, I would like to bring the Maillard reaction out by searing the steaks on the stovetop. I will do that for a few minutes and then I will transfer it into the oven to continue cooking. Because if I left it on the stovetop completely all the time, I would have a tough exterior and the inside would not be cooked. So we want to manage the two of them by putting them on the stovetop first and then into the oven for completion. For cooking these steaks, it's really important that you have your steaks not come right out of the refrigerator super cold. So what I did was put it on the countertop for 30 minutes and hopefully it will bring it up to a temperature that might be around 65, 70. And yes, actually we are at 75, and this is a good time to put it in the skillet, as I have layered the skillet with fat, being olive oil is my choice. And I would like to add salt, but I will not add pepper because pepper tends to burn and it will give you a very bitter taste in your mouth. Not looking for a bitter taste today. Hear that sizzle? That's what I want. I'm seeing about the browning. Aha! And there's the browning. I would like it to go a little bit longer, and then I will transfer it into the oven for continued cooking.
Say it one more time.
I'm checking on the doneness, and in a few minutes we will put this in the oven. And we're preheating the oven right now to 275, and that will continue the cooking process. I just heard my oven go off. It's done preheating and is at 275. I will remove the steaks off the cooktop and into the oven. Here we go. Let's see, put on the lower rack. The next item on our menu is going to be broccoli. And as I said before, I want to just boil the broccoli in super salted hot water because I think the broccoli has a wonderful flavor on its own, especially with the sauce I'm making at the end for the steak. I believe this is the best way to cook it. So I have here a double boiler. I don't want the broccoli to stay in the water and overcook. So what I'm going to do is just steam it. And that, I hope, will keep the chlorophyll green, and then you'll have a beautiful tasting vegetable. I was determining in my head whether or not I should cook these whole, or should I like them whole as a presentation factor, but I really think I'll cut them up so we can see the actual steaming of the broccoli. So just cut them up. I think 4 to 6 pieces would be good. Cut off a little bit of the stem to help the water steep up through the stalk. And here we go. Our water is now boiling, heavily salted, and let's steam. Away we go. I don't know if you can see it, but the steam is certainly coming up through the pan's holes. Love these double boilers. They're great with steaming. Hi, well, here we are. It's time to check the broccoli. See how it's cooking. The beautiful green. I have no idea if it's done, but oh yes. Fork testing, it is done. It's beautiful, and it should be very, very tasty. So I'm gonna take it off the heat, take it away from the steam. I have been calling this boiling, but I'm correcting myself right now. It's all about steaming. Hi, it's time to check on the beef. And what I have noticed is the process has really slowed down from cooking. As you can see, I have developed a good amount of juiciness from that steak, which I will take and batter. Nope, that's not the word. Well, here is the steak so far. This ribeye is looking fantastic. I took it out of the oven so I could check the temperature internally. We need it to be 140, between 136 and 140. I like my steaks medium. I do not like medium rare, but I do like medium. And right now we are sitting at, oh, well, we haven't even reached 100 yet. Back into the oven. Hi, the next item on my menu today is starch. I'm going to be making some garlic roasted potatoes. I'm using the yellow variety. I like the yellow variety because I love the color it gets, and that is from the carotenoids in the food. This particular recipe calls for you to toss your potatoes in oil, garlic, and salt and pepper, which I have done already. I just wanted everybody to know I cut these up earlier, and I didn't want them to go into, you know how potatoes can turn brown? I have soaked them in ice water, drained them thoroughly, and now I'm getting to put them in the oven. Hey, the steak is done. The internal temperature correctly right now is 135. I want it to get to 136, but it will have to sit for 10 minutes so the juices will stay in the steak and not drip all around the steak. Yes, so I will hold this for 10 minutes and be back. All right, the next step in making these wonderful New York strip steaks is to take and baste the steak with a little bit of the butter. Melt it, come up to a foam, and then go ahead and take a spoon and just layer it right on there. And you see I've added a sprig there, an additional flavor. Trying to move the rosemary about. It's such a great aromatic. There we go. That's looking really good. Again, remove it from the heat and let it rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Next part of my wonderful steak dish is to start the sauce. The sauce I'm making is going to be mushroom cream, a lot of butter and a lot of garlic. My favorite items. I will start with the garlic in the pan. As I am doing that, I'm whisking hard to hopefully pick up some of those juicy bits of tender goodness that fell off the steak. And to this, I will add 2 teaspoons. It says that this recipe calls for balsamic vinegar, but I don't have any. So a good substitute for balsamic vinegar is Worcestershire sauce. It'll give us that beautiful brown, and the vinegar will break up the flour and cornstarch. Adding the cornstarch. And as you can see, the heat is changing this consistency along with the vinegar. We don't want that cornstarch taste. Now we're going to add milk. I hope it doesn't turn out too bad. Looks like I burnt the butter. I like burnt butter, but I don't know if I'd like it in this sauce. Bear with me, say a prayer, and let's see what happens. And as soon as this comes up to a boil, we'll turn it down and add our mushrooms. All right, at this point, we are ready to, there we go, put in a cup of mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Probably would have been better had I sliced them, but a big chunk of mushroom is great on my palate. Hope it's great on yours. Well, there you have it. Here is my completed meal. I wish you all had smell-o-vision. I can't wait to sit down and eat. Hopefully my granddaughter, who has been my editor-in-chief here, and my husband will enjoy. Thank you all. Have a great day.